Big Levi, Strategic Insurance here. Great day in Tampa Bay. Wanted to shoot a video on how to use one of our small commercial products, and it is Attune AIG. Probably one of the easiest we have to use. Great place for people to start. They're starting to do commercial insurance. Assuming you got your 220 license. So you would log in through our password list. You would go RoboForms, log in, password, and then you would go Attune AIG. It's going to take you here. This is AIG's small business division, if you will. They do property, they do contents, they do BOPs, lesser's risks, all kinds of things. You log in, click new account, and you just start plugging and chugging. So North Shore Printing LLC, this is one of our clients. I'm sorry, actually, this is who we use for our printing. Some of you may have interacted with Tim perhaps in terms of getting business cards. And they have a nice little Google API here. Start plugging in the address, it'll pop up. You start typing in what they do. So type in printing. And these guys do printing of paper. Then you'll go business owners, get a quote. Going to give you some guidelines here, some of the things they want, no prior claims, etc., etc. Most of these are going to be okay, no coverage over, hours of operation, not 24 hours, etc. How are they organized? We'll say LLC. Address pulls through. If there are multiple locations, you put that in. It's going to then pull through some of the info. Again, love this. So it's going to pull through some of the info automatically from Property Appraiser. They've got any employees, they think they only have one employee. And what you would want your deductible, you click next. If it were lesser's risk, you would check here. If they needed any building coverage, you could put that. In this case, they only need contents coverage. Okay. Now in this case, it did not pull through. So this is actually a good example. So here we would go to Property Appraiser for the county. So look up Property Appraiser. I'll type in the address. Once I pull up the Property Appraiser, 13565, 65th. Sometimes less is best depending on what you put in. In this case, there's a few, so I'm going to pick this one here in terms of it's probably an address between 13501 to 13, etc. So we see it was built in 1995. It's concrete block construction. You see the total square footage here is 21,000. Now we know they don't occupy all 21,000. So I'm going to put joisted masonry. We would have to verify from the client how much square footage they have. I'm just for now going to pick 1,200. It's a small printer. It's probably that's probably a very likely scenario. The year built was 1995. So put 1995. Have they had roof updates? Have they had updates in the last 20 years? Most buildings have. You can obviously ask the client on that. Do they have an automatic sprinkler? If we don't know that, I would press no for now. I click next. This is their business income. I would always recommend 12 months. This is time services for utilities. So this came up big a few years ago, and the idea here is, let's say there's not a direct claim at their location, but let's say there was damage at Hurricane Doug comes along and knocks out the power in the area and someone doesn't have power for 3 weeks, they would actually have up to $10,000 in coverage for business income replacement on that. We see wind deductibles here. We can do anywhere from 2 to 10%. I'm going to put 2%. Do they want any equipment breakdown coverage? Equipment breakdown, and you can see here it'll say pays for direct physical damage that is direct result of an accident or electronic circuit impairment, right? So let's say there was a power surge, an explosion, steam boiler, etc. Going to be coverage for that. Probably not the most important for printer restaurants. Other types of businesses a little more important. We'll click next. Always recommend 1 million, 2 million liability. So you can see 1 million, 2 million. If we wanted any excess or umbrella, we could do that here. Click yes on that. We'll leave that for now. And then really everything else, if they wanted professional liability, we can even add that. I'm going to leave that off for now. We'll add hired and non-owned. You can see hired and non-owned is super important again, and more so probably the non-owned. That's if an employee, let's say, was running a routine errand on behalf of the business, somebody's running a lunch, doing a bank deposit, maybe dropping off product to a client, they get into an accident and the business gets sued, the liability coverage would extend for that, right? So it says right here, does not apply for delivery. So that is big. The idea is these are sort of routine errands, if you will. So we'll click next. They can do some employee dishonesty if they wanted. They can add cyber. I will leave cyber on there, a little 50,000 in cyber. If they wanted an additional insured, they do need that. I'm going to leave that off now just for the sake of the video, but we could very easily add the landlord on there. And now we click submit. And so you can see we're really right now, and I know I've been talking and explaining some things, we're a little less than 5 minutes in, which to do a commercial proposal at any level is huge. You can see the system kind of has all these little funny things, warming up the printer, spell checking, this, that, and the other. I want to just, while this is thinking, I want to go out to the Attune site. And again, just highlight a couple things here, what I like about them. Again, great on the technology front. They're very committed to the agent network. So this is not a direct model. They are a subsidiary, you can see right here, of AIG. That's the primary backing of them, if you will. They also do workers' compensation. They will do excess liability. They can do up to 370 classes. You can do all kinds of stuff, and just very easy to work with. So there we go. So right there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not even like that's even funny. In terms of getting a proposal. So pretty quick, pretty easy. From this point here, I can download the proposal, click on that. It's going to give me a nice proposal here. Okay, going to give me payment options that they would have. It's going to show me coverage here, liability, etc., contents, all broken down. And then if I wanted to bind from there, I'm not going to do it right now, but I would click continue to bind, and I'm literally like 2 screens away from getting that bound. And then they can take applications. They can take credit card payments for pretty much everything. Visa, MasterCard, Discover. So we've written small accounts with them like this. We've written large accounts as well. Some very large accounts with them as well. So great option for you all to consider. If you have questions, let me know. Dream big and make it happen, people. Have a great day. Bye-bye.